So today's video, we're going to repair that gel coat damage from when the boat lift collapsed on us. Luckily it didn't damage any of the fiberglass, just took some of the gel coat off. So we're going to fix that. We're going to repair that. There's 3 spots like this. If you watch a video a couple weeks ago of the boat lift electrolysis, this is the damage that we got from it. We're going to go ahead and get it repaired so we get this boat back in the water. So the first thing I do is put some blue tape about a quarter inch or so past the damage. That's the first thing I do. Then I take some 120. I just go through and kind of rough it up around the sides, that quarter inch, and knock any of the sharp edges off of the damage there. No big deal. Kind of. Then I take a little mineral spirits on a rag. It's a 10-to-1 ratio. We're using this marine Gelcoat Repair kit, and you can mix it, send some colors, you can mix some colors, but we're just doing white, so we're good to go. 10-to-1 mixture. I use plastic spoons to get my measurements. We'll get this mixed up and then go to the next step. So while Jarrett's mixing this up, you got to move quick with it. You probably got about 4 minutes. I'm going to take the blow dryer and I'm going to heat up the spot that we're going to put it on. So you want it thick, you know, thick as you can. Goes on better when it's thicker. You don't fight it near as much. That's real good. That texture is real good right now. All right, once you get that first laid in there, the first coat, pull your tape. So we let that set up. So you want to pull that tape just as quick as you can. Curing time on this particular product is 15 minutes. So after that first coat of gel coat cures, re-tape it off, hold it out about another ½ inch, 3/8, something like that, off of where you put the gel coat, and just start sanding. I use one of these pointy type sanders. That way I can concentrate on just small areas at a time. You don't want to go sanding off the whole bottom of your boat. So after you get that done, clean it up with mineral spirits and then get ready for the top coat with wax in it. After the sanding, re-tape, I use this Total Boat Gel Coat. Contains the wax. That's the catalyst right there. It tells you how to mix it on there. Basically, if you do an ounce, it's 14 to 16 drops, or this whole thing does that whole can. So it's not too bad. I apply it with a foam brush. You got about 15 minutes to work with it, so you can kind of throw some on, go to the next spot, let it kind of gel up a little bit and come back to it. I'm gonna let that gel up a little, come back to it. I'll see you on the next step. All right, once you got the top coat on, it's gonna dry overnight. So we let the top coat dry overnight. Now we're wet sanding it, feathering it out. Of course, we taped off around it again, and yeah, it takes a lot of taping off, but that way you don't end up having to refinish a bigger spot than you really need to. So we just keep sanding and feathering. Started out with a 220, we work our way to a 3000. The next step was going to be buffing it out. So we're starting the buffing process using the Aqua Buff 2000. Has a little bit of sand in it, and that's what we use to do the first buffing, and we come back with a wax. So we apply it with a brush. Buff it in. You don't get too crazy with it, push hard and get it burnt. You don't want to burn it, just nicely. It'll do the work itself. So this is what we use on the final waxing. The final glossy waxing, this is what we use right here. Throw it on a buffer like that and go at it.
Done deal. Other than the color being off just a little bit, you can hardly tell there was any damage there at all.
Remember, whatever it is you want to do in life, you gotta get after it.